Alright, so this is a 2007 Cadillac CTS, and I've got a bushing here from Revshift. That's the bushing there, and it comes with that silicone lube. And this is what the problem is. That front differential bushing is all fried. So you'll need to get these two bolts out, 21 millimeters, and then support it with some kind of jack, and then you can get in here and clean that bushing area out. Okay, because this new bushing just is going to kind of slide in there. Alright, so you get a long chisel or punch or something. You work around that edge and get it folded in, and then once you get it folded in, you can drive that sucker out. Alright, so I've got that shell coming out. What I did is I got a die grinder and ground down a little bit on there and got it loose. As soon as it came loose, it started coming out real easy. Alright, so that's what that thing looks like. Now this is on the side that faces the housing, and that's on the inside, and you can see where I just got that die grinder and ground on it a bit. And I even folded this side in a little bit. It moved a little bit, but it didn't start coming out till I did this. So if you're gonna have to cut it, you can do it with a sawzall or a die grinder or whatever you got. Now this is on the opposite side of where I was hitting, but that was because that's where I could get to with that die grinder. So I've got this real long bit on the end of the die grinder here. I've got a, kind of a long, even with that on there, it still didn't reach all the way. You can see where right there at the end there was still some left, but that's about where I had a ledge, and I was able to get it with a real long punch and push it on this side. And once I did that, it started coming out and it was no problem. So that's what that shell looks like. I thought it needed to stay in, but I sent a chat message to Revshift and they said it's got to come out. So there we are, it's out. I'm going to clean that up a little bit and get my new bushing installed. Alright, so I got it started, and what I had to do is I had to use the bolt, and I put the bolt in it and tightened it up to get those two shells to go together. Okay, because this shell and the shell that goes in on the other side, you'll see that they're started into the receiver here in the frame that the bolt goes through. And when you put that grease on it, it makes an airtight seal, and it doesn't want to go together. And it has a little bit of gas pressure inside. So without heating it up, like you could maybe heat it up with a heat gun or something and get it real hot, that might do the trick. I didn't try that. I just put it together with the bolt and just got it started. And it took a little bit of fiddling and finagling, but I got it in there. So this is just a word of warning to the wise. You have to take your time with it.